Look, man, I'm in the car and I find out this morning that Amazon has bought a company that has the rights for The Hobbit. And we all know where this is going. Amazon, Lord of them Rings, the Rings of Power, is a diversity dumpster fire. You've got Black Dwarf Princess, who is going to be the ruler of all dwarves, and she only has to deal with the poor decisions of male dwarves, specifically white male dwarves. We've got Cuck Boy. Oh God, I can't. When I talk about it, I just cry. Cuck Boy Elrond, Soy Boy Elrond. We've got a black elf with a fade that modern barbers would be jealous of, and he's in a forbidden relationship with a white single mom. And some of the imagery shows him in shackles like a slave, and he breaks them with a heroic leap. Projected racism, get ready. Evil white men, get ready. It's gonna be horrible. And then we have War Galadriel, just as brash and angry as she is stunning and brave. She might cry, and that will be her character flaw, just like Rey's was in Star Wars. She will be a Mary Sue, and all the corporate articles that have already been written will come out, and Rey, like Rey is not a Mary Sue. They were pre-written. Every time there was fan criticism, these access media embarrassment, soulless shill websites came out and peddled whatever Disney's rebuttal was. And here we go again. As soon as this trailer was released, we were character assassinated. The OneRing.net came out and publicly gave Amazon a nice butt licking. And now, this is hilarious. And now that they have bought The Hobbit, the OneRing.net is now complaining about a monopoly. Why would they care about what J.R.R. Tolkien said about not wanting all of his products under one banner? Why? Because they sold out to Amazon, and the backlash for them has been out of control. They are now the laughingstock of the J.R.R. Tolkien community. Even the normies are embarrassed by these cucks. It is crazy. GQ, Variety, all Screen Rant, IGN. I could just go on. These websites have, assassinated us, and now, just so you know, they have all seen the first 3 episodes, and those reviews are already written. Why do you think they are already written? Because when this drops, and it's terrible, and it's fan fiction, we are all going to be in the targets. We're all going to be, we're all going to be targets. We're all going to be in the crosshairs. The Kamala Harris stand-in Black Princess Dwarf has been their main focal point, that we are racist. LGBT representation is going to be at the forefront. It is. It's going to be shoved down our throats. 25% max of this country considers themselves LGBT. 0.04% considers themselves biologically born male or female and representing the other and feeling like the other. So naturally, those people are going to get the majority of screen time. I cannot express to you how stupid these people are. They would rather push an agenda and lose millions, potentially billions, much like Marvel and much like DC, specifically in their comics. We have a bunch of soy boys running around playing the virtue signaling game, doing whatever they can to get clout. They can fail upwards. Well, your show was miserable and terrible and everybody hated it, but you said the right things politically. Look at what's happened to Marvel and DC in the comics. I'm sorry to get sidetracked, but this is what I'm talking about. Sana Ana Amanat, who is being fired from Disney for sexual misconduct, allegedly, came out with Miss Marvel, who was supposed to replace Spider-Man. Nothing more than a virtue signaling garbage character that was canceled numerous times. They are editing the Wikipedia page actively, currently, to try and justify this character, who the creator of all people came out and said, the beloved character of Kamala Khan, who just came out with a trailer with a white girl with literal devil horns, mispronouncing her name. I made another video on it. It's garbage. But back to Lord of them Rings. It's a diversity dumpster fire. All the reviews are already written. We've already been assassinated. Tolkien is already being deconstructed. They're calling him a racist, a homophobe, a sexist, misogynist, a bigot. Fans are done. Normies are done. 10% of this country in a poll identified themselves as woke. 10%. And we have let these activists creep in. We have let these sycophants, these shills, these soulless hacks take over. And we sat back and we watched it happen. I can only imagine in 2024 when Kamala Harris runs, if she gets elected with AOC as her vice president, we are all doomed. Everything we know and love is ruined. James Kirk is now bisexual. And the reason it's happening is so that they can go back in these comics and say, see, Superman was gay in the comics, as I said before. So why wouldn't he be gay in this movie? And Lord of them Rings, now that they've created this fan fiction, I can only imagine when they remake The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, they're going to look back at this and go, well, you know, Gandalf was banging Radagast, you know, or Sam was popping Frodo, or Galadriel and Arwen were in a gay relationship. So it naturally only made sense for this black princess dwarf to now play Thorin. It only made sense to show what the world really looks like, not what fans want, which is a fantasy escape. By all means, gender, you know, race swap, do whatever you're going to do. But don't make it the focus of the story. Don't answer what's the story about with, it's about inclusion, representation. Well, what's the plot? Diversity. What are the characters like? Diversity. Okay, well, can you tell us anything about their inclusion and representation? It will continue. We will continue to be assassinated. Be ready. The reviews are written, and just expect it. Stay away from corporate access sites like IGN, GQ, Variety, Screen Rant, and the list goes on and on and on. Stay away from them. It's only going to make you angry. Anyway, Sean from Middle Grounded. I know I rambled, but I thought you guys might want to be aware that The Hobbit was purchased and the reviews are already written. Please like, subscribe, and help me fight for fandom.